I mean, how you been? I've been losing sleep while you're lying next to him. February ain't the same.
Okay, so I'm here with Chris Collins, my very first country artist on my podcast in 2.5 years, well, 3 years now. And it's my very first, and I'm really excited because anybody that knows me knows that as much as I love the thrasher, hardcore music and my 30 Seconds to Mars,
all right,
I'm a diehard country fan, but old country. So, you know,
George Strait.
Oh, he's
Alan
the king.
Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even further, Jerry Reed, David Allan Coe.
David Allan Coe's good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just, it's just so much different now.
Yeah.
But I am always like, my go-to songs karaoke when I think I can sing is The Ride by David Allan Coe.
Oh.
So, yeah, no, I have always loved country music. And then right around probably the transition when Tim McGraw started coming out and stuff, I feel like that's when things started to change a little bit.
Like the late 90s, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
It got a little weird.
It did.
Yeah.
So tell me about you. Did I say your name? Chris Collins. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Chris Collins. Tell me about you, how you got started in country music and how you, like your style.
Yeah. So most of my family's from out in the country, actually. I have plenty of family in Eastman, Georgia, which is a small town in the middle of nowhere. Tennessee. I grew up most of my life down here.
Okay. Where in Tennessee?
I forget. I know Georgia, though.
Okay.
We don't really talk to them.
Okay, good, because I hate Georgia.
Yeah. Well, no, Georgia, we talk to them all the time.
Oh.
Tennessee, we don't really talk to them.
I'm sure I like them, but I just don't like Georgia.
What is it? Yeah, I grew up most of my life down here, but we were big on country music. My mom's country.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. We're big on country music. That was like the main thing in our household. I would say I get a lot of my treats from my mother.
Okay.
But my father is the one that really kind of, he was like, hey, this is real music. So I grew up on like, my song choices are a little older than somebody like my age.
Okay.
So I grew up on like Michael Jackson, James Brown, Whitney Houston, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like you said, Alan Jackson, George Strait. I always forget his name. Here with the song, My Love is Deeper Than a Holler. Or Three Wooden Crosses. Randy Travis.
Randy Travis, yeah.
Travis. That's the kind of music I grew up on. So
it's the good music.
Yeah, so whenever I hear new music or like, I don't really like pop songs as much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of pop country, but like it's fun.
Yeah.
I just prefer like the older. So when Zach Top came out, I was like, oh, dude, that kid's on fire. Well, not kid. He's probably my age or something. but yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
How do you feel about gets on my nerves? Oh God, everybody loves him.
Morgan Wallen?
No, well, Morgan Wallen's a cutie. He's cute to look at. But no, I feel like he thinks he's like the next Hank Williams. Like, no, not even Hank. Like even further back. What is his name, Chris? He's got the long hair. Everybody loves him. He's old country style, but I feel like he's trying too hard. But that's just me, my own opinion.
All right, long hair. It's not Zach Bryan.
No,
it's not Zach Top. I would have thought it was Zach.
When you
Top.
find out, you're gonna be like,
Mustache?
oh, no. And he sings with his wife.
Oh, are you talking about Chris Stapleton?
Yes.
You don't like Chris
Oh, I
Stapleton?
don't. No, I'm probably the only person in the whole existence of this earth.
What's wrong with Chris?
It just gets. I feel like he tries too hard to be the old country, which it may be a genuine thing, but it's not coming across genuine to me. I feel like he's put up a whole big persona, which is an argument I have with my sister all the time because she loves him, but he's just. It's just not.
I always told people, what is it? Him, Chris Stapleton, and the Zach Brown band. I always told people if you never heard of either of their songs, and I put you on one of their songs, and I said, this is Zach. If I put on a Chris Stapleton song and you didn't know country, and it was really the Zach Brown Band, and I put on a Zach Brown Band song, or I put on a Zach Brown Band song, and Chris Stapleton was singing, I was like, their voices are slightly different, but it's almost the same. Like, they have that, like, soulful. I love Chris Stapleton's voice, I'm not going to lie. They have
Everybody does.
that soulful choice. I can sing, but Tennessee Whiskey, I can't sing.
That is a good song.
Not Tennessee Whiskey. Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't hit that, like, that high soulful voice. My voice stays kind of like in the middle to low. I don't even know what kind of like voice I have, actually. It's natural. And I don't know. People ask me all the time, like, oh, are you this, or are you this, or are you this? Can you sing in this? And I was like, I just sing. And it comes out great, and God bless. That's it.
Did you ever have any voice lessons?
No, actually, I am self-taught for the most part. I grew up singing in church. Church was a really big thing for us growing up. And my mom's a pastor. My dad's a pastor. Yeah. So church was a big thing for us. But one thing I love about my mother is she always said that, I know we're raised Christian and everything like that, but she didn't want us to be ignorant to other religions.
Right.
So she goes, we all worship the same God. We just believe in them in different ways.
Okay.
And so whenever that helped me, because when you tell like a small child that, you're very like impressionable, right? So if my mother went, no, the Christian, that's it, then you spill that on the other kids.
Right.
So I'm glad my mom did that when I was younger, because if I heard somebody else talking about that in my class, I'd be like, actually, my mom said, and then everybody kind of like, okay, that makes more sense.
Right.
So it was easier to transition.
Well, that's cool that they're pastors, though. Are they at a church around locally?
So
or?
she used to have a church.
Okay.
In Coral Springs.
Okay.
That's where we live. And one of her church members that was like head of like the treasury department.
Oh no!
Really screwed her over, and she lost everything.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
But like I said, my mom had to like, not that being a pastor is a hobby, but like she bounced back really. She's like, well, I can't get that money back. Whatever, the trip is done. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to start doing this instead. And she found something else. Like, she still, if you talk about her with the Bible, like, she'll have a whole conversation with you.
Right.
She's very open-minded. I love my mom.
Yeah.
She's given me a lot of my great qualities.
Right. My mother, I grew up in a very religious household. She was not a pastor, but she might as well have been.
Yeah.
She did teach, like, all the Sunday school, and she always did, it's called child evangelism. And she still does it for my youngest daughter, and she has the flannel board, and she does all the Bible stories for the kids, and I grew up like that. And she's written 2 books about, one of them is called Connect the Dots, and it's a pathway to how to read the Bible and understand it. And then the other one, she's going to kill me.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I thought it was my daughter. I can't remember the name of the other one, but that one was her path to become a Christian and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, it was definitely at times where, you know, the sleepovers, and I had to leave Sunday morning at the crack of dawn to go to church. It was mandatory.
Yep.
And everybody else got to stay.
Yeah, every morning, dude. I will say that was my least favorite part of going to church.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of youth pastors, and youth pastors are the funniest people on planet Earth. They're funnier than comedians. I heard a youth pastor compare Minecraft to like life, and he was just like, I was playing Minecraft, and I had built this entire world for myself, man. I built this house and everything like that. And then I got off the game, and I thought I saved it, and I came back, and I realized it wasn't saved. And it really crushed me. I built this entire world for myself and stuff like that. And then he switched up so quick. He was like, I built this entire thing, whatever, da-da-da. And that's kind of like life. You know, sometimes we build this entire world for it. And I was like, I mean,
I love how that comes full circle like that.
Yeah.
I
was like, you're not wrong.
But that is something that, like, I'm not good at, is telling stories like that. So it's definitely you have to have a special. I'm trying to think of a freaking word. It's
ability.
Not ability. Talent.
Talent.
That's the
there
word.
you go.
Speaking of talent, So when did you start singing? Like, when did you start writing your music? And
so, let's go back to the dark place.
okay.
So, how do I put this lightly? I've been writing songs forever.
Okay.
I never once took it serious. It was always one of those things like, who am I to like, you know what I mean? Like I never really thought about it. The dream was to go to the Marine Corps. My grandpa was a Marine. I respect my grandpa so much. Yep. My cousin, he's in the Marines. He's the one that really believed in me on this dream. Like he's putting money into this. Like he's like really on my side. I was dating someone for a very long time, and I had given her the world. I'd given her everything. She hated country music. She
really?
Did not like. We did not have the same taste. Well, we kind of did. Like, if you threw on Hamilton, we knew that front and back.
Oh my gosh!
If you threw on like any other songs, like we knew that, like Frank Ocean or whatever. But like, she was like a big Bad Bunny fan.
Okay.
And I'm a big like country fan.
Right.
And we just did not get along with music. So when we were going to Disney, this is funny. When we were going to Disney, we actually we couldn't choose what music we wanted to listen to.
Oh my gosh!
So we threw on the entire Hamilton, the Hamilton soundtrack, and we were like, "This is what we agree upon." Whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, "Hey, you know what, babe? If if you're driving, and I'm asleep, play whatever you want."
And I'm asleep.
I'm not gonna wake up, but I don't want to listen to. I don't understand what Bad Bunny's saying. It's catchy, but I don't want to listen to him for 4 hours. I'm sorry.
That is total opposites.
But getting into it, yeah, no, I gave her the world. I thought, we were planning on getting an apartment together. Like we had all these big dreams, and we were together for a really long time, and everything was going great. And then until it didn't. And then she really ripped the heart out of my chest, man. For a year, I was not the same person. Like, you see a mustache now. I grew out my beard. I just didn't care. I wasn't getting haircuts. I was staying home.
Oh, my gosh.
But we worked together, so I still had to go to work.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You had to see her.
I had to see her, and then rumors started going around that she was talking to my coworker and all this other stuff. And it turned out to be true.
Oh, no.
And then, it really messed me up because never would I have ever thought in a million years, like, she would be the person to do that.
Right.
She just didn't show the tendency. She didn't go out. She stayed home. She kept to herself. She was pretty quiet. It was very, whatever. And to say my fault is when we were going to our friend's birthday party.
Okay.
She actually lives down the street from here,
Oh,
which is funny. No, not my ex, my friend.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, great.
And what happened was we were late as usual because I don't know why this girl can't be early anyway. And my friend, it was her birthday. It was cowboy themed. So I was like, dude, that's right down my alley. And I didn't have anything to eat, but my friend was already gone by the time we got there. So she was just like, birthday girl came up to me. She's like, let's do a shot. And I was like, okay, boom, shot 2, shot 3, shot 4.
Oh, no.
And then a few Twisted Teas and wine coolers and I think it was beer later. I don't remember half of it, but from the story that I recall from what people's told me is they're like, no, dude, you were because I apologized to everybody the next day. They're like, no, dude, you were the life of the party. I was like, what did I do? She's so mad at me. Like, what did I do? And they go, dude, you did the cha-cha slide. You flirted with your girlfriend for an hour. And then you laid on a chair. You went to sleep. You went to the bathroom. You threw up. You went back on the chair. You went to sleep. And then she drove you home. I was like, so what did I do that was so embarrassing? They was like, nothing, dude. You're in your 20s. Relax. It's not that deep. You're okay. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so she really grilled me about it for months. And I was
Did
trying
she
to,
not drink or something? She not a drinker?
No, she didn't. She's had drinks before, but she wasn't big on drinking, and neither was I, honestly, until now. That's what they'll do to you. And what was it? Yeah, she really grilled me for 3 months, and then I got to a point where I was just like, hey, if you're gonna break up with me, just rip the Band-Aid off. Like,
Right.
don't make me feel like a terrible person, like
Right.
I cheated or I abused you or anything like that for
Right.
months. Like, don't do
Yeah.
that. And whatever, we were on a phone call, and one day I just got frustrated, and I was just like, "Hey, listen, you said you don't love me the same. You said that you don't trust me the same. Like, I don't understand. Help me, help you, help us, please."
Right.
And then I guess it came off kind of aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and she just started crying on the phone, and I was like, "Was that the nail in the coffin?" And she was like, "I think so. We'll talk after work." And then after work, we had that conversation, but she had already made up her mind
Right.
before.
Sounds like she had made up her mind a while prior.
Yeah. So, rumors start spreading at work, and I'm just like, "No, I know her. You guys know her. There's no way she would ever do anything like that. That's not down her alley. Like, I'm sticking up for this girl." And then I looked dumb. I looked like a clown because it turned out she had already, what was it, like 2 weeks later, and we were together 4 years.
Wow.
And 2 weeks later, she was talking to my coworker.
That's crazy.
And then a month ago, I was at Target because we work in the same vicinity.
Okay.
I just have a different job now. I was at the Target getting like some toothpaste and like some the essentials, and I never seen them in public together.
Oh no.
I'd seen pictures, but I'd never seen like them in public together. And so we were at self-checkout right next to each other.
No.
And I just looked at them. I didn't say anything. I shook my head. She just put her head down, and he just kept his head up.
Yep.
They couldn't look at me.
Of course not.
And then I was just like, I think the only thing I said to him, I was just like, "You guys are hilarious. Like, my life is so funny." And then I walked back to work because I was on my break. Got home, immediately grabbed my guitar, wrote a song. Immediately wrote a song about it. And then just out of anger, and then I posted it on Instagram. It's still on my Instagram. But I didn't say anything like, "Oh, F you," whatever.
Right,
blah, blah,
right.
blah. I just told the truth in the song.
Yep.
And then people that knew the story and people that even didn't know the story
Right.
behind the song, they're all like, "Dude, you have to like record this. You have to release this." And I was like, "I don't know if I'll take it that." I was angry at the time.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if I'll record it, but it's a really, really good song.
I'm gonna have to go look at it.
Yeah, it's a really good song. I say her name. I probably went too far because I did say her actual name, not her first, not her first and last, but I did say her first name.
Okay. I'm gonna be walking through it,
yeah.
like looking for something.
I don't deny or actually I just admitted to it. Oh well, too bad.
Has
Sue
she
me, I
heard
guess.
it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Her
Oh my
sister
God.
still follows me on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you blow up, it's just gonna be such
Yeah.
sweet revenge.
That's how it. So this is how it started off. Music. I was just like, all right, you know what? I wrote this really. I was listening to a lot of Zach Bryan, and I was like, you know what? This man's music has gotten me through so much of this. Because there's one thing when you're listening to sad songs when you're happy, it's just like, oh, it's really nice. It's a catchy song. It's nice, whatever. When you're listening to a Zach Bryan song when you are depressed, I kid you not, the words, you start listening to the words and you start listening to, he has this one song called Loom. And it goes, how do I make you fall in love with me? How do I let you know, how do I make you know I care? How would I say that the man you're laying with is not the man that should be laying there? And how would a boy like me put it? Because a man with some sense probably wouldn't. I don't give a damn. I'm not a smart man. I'm going to say some words I shouldn't. Something in the orange. To you, I'm just a man. To me, you're all I am. And I was listening to all these songs. And I heard this song called Now I'm Drunk. And it's about how when Morgan Wallen's whole thing was going on, she's like, they took Morgan Wallen off the radio. It's his song that mean the most. How to put a Band-Aid on the bullet hole. And I was like, oh, that's catchy. And she just mentioned one of his songs. It's like, what if somebody wrote an entire song like that?
Right.
About the artist music that got me through a tough time.
Right.
So I wrote that entire song, and it skyrocketed on Spotify. I think it's up to like 22,000 streams. And that was my first release song. Like,
That's
no one
awesome.
knew who I was.
Right.
22,000 streams.
What's the name of that
off,
song?
On My Way.
Okay.
On My Way, Chris Collins. And you can hear the pain in my voice, man.
Aww.
So the 3 songs that are out and the one that's coming out later this week, they all have different meanings.
Okay.
So that Zach Bryan one. Oh, and I wrote them all the same way, but in different genres of country.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's because just in case like a label like listen to any of my music, I want them to know like I'm very like I'm versatile.
Yeah,
like, I can do more than one thing.
Right.
I prefer to stay Americana and folk. And it's storytelling, and that's just down my alley. You can storytell on pop, but people get too lost in the beat. So all those songs have different meanings. So and they're all about the same person, and they're all about the same thing.
And we know who it is when we listen to that first one.
And we know who it is. And now that you guys know the meaning behind it, it hits different when I tell the story to people. I once told this couple the same story, and I had my guitar with me, and I just sung them a song I was working on, and I had never seen a grown man like tear up. It was surreal because in my head I'm just like, because when you're writing the song, you're very emotional.
Yeah.
And then when you've written the song, the emotion isn't quite the same.
Right.
When you're just singing it to somebody, you're kind of just like, oh yeah, it just sounds sweet.
Yep.
He goes, like the girlfriend was like bawling. She was like, "Oh my goodness, like I can't believe this, whatever."
Right.
And I'm
she
glad
felt it.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm glad you told me everything. You even said where you were wrong. Should I have drank that much? No, I shouldn't have. Like that was my bad."
Right.
But how many times do you have to say sorry to somebody before?
Right.
Like if I was talking to other girls, if I was flirting with other people, if I was being egregious, then sue me.
Yeah.
But how many times do you have to say sorry to somebody you were in love with, or you thought loved you the same?
Exactly.
Before they're just like, no, I forgive you. It's a mistake.
Right.
There's plenty of times in the relationship where she did things where I could have been like, yo, what's wrong
I think
with
she
you?
was looking for a reason.
That's what everyone said, and I couldn't accept that until a year later. So when Down With That Boat came out, that's another one of my songs. That's the one that's more poppy. On My Way is more folk. Whiskey Blues is more Elvis Presley.
Okay.
I tried something different with that one. When I wrote Down With That Boat, I had just got done watching the Titanic, and he said something about like, oh, the captain goes down with his ship or something like that. And then I was at Disney, and I was like, yo, dude, how does this sound? Whatever. And they're like, oh, it sounds okay. And then I wrote the rest on the drive to the studio. I was gonna record a different song.
Right.
I wrote the rest of the song on the drive to the studio, and even the lyrics in there, like I don't go. That song is about closure.
Okay.
Everybody wants closure at the end of a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the reality of it, when you're growing up and you're an adult and you realize, okay, how relationships work is nothing that person tells you will be good enough. If you don't feel the same way. So if somebody's breaking up with you and you don't feel the same way, you're kind of caught off guard. You're like, when did this start happening? Like, when did this? Why don't you communicate with me? And vice versa. Vice versa?
Vice versa. Yeah,
vice versa.
Either one is fine.
Yeah, so I wrote that song about that. It's closure. Your closure is you love that person with all of your being. You gave 110%. I hate when people go, oh, no, it's 50-50. It's 100-100.
Yeah.
Don't sell yourself
I
short.
agree.
That's when you're loving someone, it's a double-edged sword. It can be everything you ever want it to be. It can be the worst experience of your life, or it can be somewhere in the middle where it's a lesson, but you cannot, there's tickets you have to cash in, right? You're like, I want love. Like, okay, this person can destroy your mental and break your heart.
Right.
That's a ticket you have to cash in because it's a risk you got to take.
Yeah.
So at the end, not at the end, in the middle of the song, I go, Down With That Boat. So it goes, darling, won't you hold me one last night and tell me you love me even though it's a lie. Rest your head on my chest where it's close to my heart and reclaim our love though it's falling apart. But if you're feeling distant, just hold me close, because if our ship is sinking, I'll go down with that boat.
Wow.
So you go down with the ship. You love that person with all your being, and at some point they couldn't reciprocate the same energy, and that's the name of the game. You go down with the ship, and that's your closure.
That's a really cool song. Like, I can't wait to listen to it.
Even in the middle, where I go, like I said, there's no hate in any of my music for her. I could easily write a song like, I'm not going to curse on here, but Down in Dallas. I can write a song like that easy.
Yeah.
But I just don't, that's not me.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to write a hate song like that. In the middle of that same song, I go, I hope you're doing okay. I hope your family's fine, because I'll drown beneath these waves if it means you'll be all right.
So creative.
As the water wraps around me and I bid my last goodbye, I'll just slowly drift on the ocean under stormy skies. When I gave you my heart, I guess it wasn't enough, because, girl, you got to running when these waves got rough. And then it's a
so
whole thing.
Creative.
Yeah, and I just made it up as I went, like, in
How
the studio.
long does it take you to write a song?
If I have an idea.
Okay.
If I have where I want the story to go, maybe like an hour.
Oh my God!
An hour,
I would
30
be working
minutes
on the first sentence.
Yeah. If
For
I
a
did
week.
it's a blessing and a curse, because I have a lot of unfinished songs in my
Right.
notes. Because sometimes you're just in the mood. You'll be listening to a song and you'll be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll write one, and then I'll write like the beginning and the hook, and then just never do anything about it again.
Yep.
With Hey Darlin', I did the same thing. I just went back in my notes and I was like, oh, this fits. So it's kind of cool. You got a
Right.
library to go back to.
Yep.
That's pretty easy. But yeah, no, it's a blessing. Not a lot of people can do it, but it's easier than people think. But then again, I used to write a lot of poetry.
Okay. All right.
So
yeah.
in middle school, I had the best teacher, Mr. Gonzalez. Shout out to him if he sees this. And he taught me a lot about like how words can have different meanings and how to manipulate sentences and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so it really stuck with me. Some things that teachers teach you sticks with you.
Yeah.
And he was a great guy. I loved his class. I loved English.
Yeah. I love when there's songs that could have so many different meanings, and that, like, there's this one song, I'm a match, you're a flame. Oh God. But the creativity behind the words that are used is what I'm trying to say. It's just like amazing.
Yeah.
And when you, like how you said that the guy was crying and then the girl, like when you can write a song that can hit someone like that, it's like, you know, you've written a good song. I had a band on here once, and he had sent me a song prior to me ever meeting them, saying, oh, you know, Stage Mom, I think that you would like this song.
Yeah.
And he sent it to me. I listened to it, and I was just, by the time I was done listening to it, I was crying. It kind of felt like one of those songs, like a cinematic type of song. And I felt like it was the ending of a love story where they finally, like, were able to love each other.
Yeah.
And between the actual music and the lyrics, like, it just... oh my God, it was, I'll have to have you listen to it. Like, and then when I had them on my podcast finally, I was like, I'm dying to know what that song's about, because like I was literally crying when I was done, because I felt like the love, like it was just like, I felt the love, like, and it was so like cinematic. I could see it in a movie. And he was like, actually, that's how we write our songs for like to have that cinematic effect. So I got that. He got that through.
Yeah.
But the love was the song was written about the love between a mother and a daughter. But I got the love, like so if you're able to do that and have someone, you know, you're a good songwriter. Like, it's amazing. I can't wait to listen to your stuff.
I always told people that I write songs. I try to write a poem for them first.
Okay.
And then I break that poem down into the lyrics. And that's what helps me. If I have the idea, if I'm sitting down, I'm like, oh, here's where I want the song to begin, end, and middle. I agree with what they said. I write my songs the same way. With country music, you have to be able to tell a story.
Right.
Storytelling has to be your strong suit, because everybody's written songs about back roads and beer with the boys. I'm so, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm over. You know what I mean? It's done.
Nothing like a good love song, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Heartbreak
like
songs,
heartbreak songs.
everything.
You're always gonna need those, dude.
Yeah,
if I have
always.
to be the Taylor Swift of country music, then I'll
You'll take the job.
then I'll do it, dude. I don't mind. I don't mind. My friends are always like, "Oh my God, all your songs make me cry. Can you write something happy?" And I was like, "How about no?" No, but I have plenty of happy songs. I'm recording another song on the 17th, and I'll do something happy to please the people. Just know my heart is sad.
So funny.
My heart is sad. But yeah, no, I agree with what they said, because that's how I write too. I want to be able, if I can't close my eyes and picture scene by scene everything that happens, I write it like a movie.
Yeah.
You have to write it like a movie, or write it like a music video, where it has to paint a clear picture of what you want and, you know, whatever, and give people a chance to interpret it. Yeah, interpret. Yeah. The words. It their own way.
Right.
Like I said in the beginning, it was exactly like, yo, I'm going to blow up. I'm going to show her like she's missing out, whatever. And then on TikTok, I got this DM from this young lady. I forgot her name, but I saved all of them. I screenshotted all of them too. Sorry. And it was this huge paragraph. And I read the entire thing, and it was talking about how she was really depressed and how she was going through a lot in life.
Aww.
And how my song that I've written about myself and my own situation had helped her out through it. And she was just like, no, like, you told my entire story, and like I felt alone, and I didn't know other people felt this way and this low. And then there was dudes texting me, and they were just like, yo, dude, you have an amazing voice, man. Like, this reminds you of my ex, or this reminds me of this. Or even like huge Zach Bryan fans saying like, oh my God, he needs to see this. Like, yo, he would love this and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But different people saying my music did different things for them. I used to go on TikTok, and that's how I used to promote, because I'm not paying people $500 to, you know, whatever. When Zach Bryan was going on tour, the Quitting Time tour, I had on every post, anytime he posted a song or his sounds were going viral, so I would put, hey, my name's Chris Collins, I wrote a song about how his music got me through a tough time, put it in their DMs or put it on their whatever, their comment section, and then I would go to lives, and I'd be like, hey, if you like country music, give this a listen. If you don't like the first 15 seconds of the song, turn it off.
Right.
Because I know that first 16 seconds is that when old man once told me tough boy, everybody goes, oh my God. People's reactions, like, they're just like, yo, this is you? What? Oh my gosh, dude, you're going to be at Tortuga, you're going to blow up.
Awesome.
Or, yo, sign him right now, get him on a label, and whatever, da-da-da. And all that felt nice. And I thought I was going to get a really big head.
Right.
Because I'm just like, oh, I'm the man now. And then, but getting those DMs, like, really humbled me really, really quickly. And then it stopped being just for myself, because I was using it as therapy. That
absolutely.
On My Way was never supposed to be a song. Like, it was never supposed to, like, come out. And then my cousin called me one night, and he goes, hey, how you been? The one in the Marines. And I showed him this song that I sang it to him over the phone. And he goes, you need to record that. I'll pay for it. I don't care.
Wow.
And then I got it recorded, and we got it released, and I was just like, okay, cool. This is just going to be a one-hit wonder. Like, I'm just going to disappear after that. I'm not going to record music anymore. And then everyone goes, when's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? Down With That Boat came out. Boom. Oh my God, I love it. When's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? Whiskey Blues came out. Oh my gosh, love it. And then I kept it out for 2 months, and then it's like, when's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? When are you going to drop an album? We need more and more and more. And so, an album, it takes so long. I was like, if I feel like I have enough people that cares about an album, then I'll do it. Because that's a lot of resources, and it's a lot of time. And I have no problem dropping one. It's just, that's a lot of time, money, and energy. It has to, all that has to come back.
Right.
So I'm not in it for the money. I don't care about the fame. All that stuff comes later. But if people can relate to my music and really feel something from it, I always told my friends, my family, I tell people this all the time. Just like, what's your big dream? Like, do you want like the money? Do you want the fame? Whatever. And I was just like, dude, if I can sell out a stadium of people and they're singing my song back to me so loud that I can't hear myself, and I just let them sing the rest of the song, God can strike me down right there, and I'll die a happy man. I don't need the I don't need a Grammy. I don't need a CMA award. I like one. But it's not what I'm chasing. You know what I mean? I'm chasing the love of the music.
Yeah.
And once I fell in love with it, and it took all those DMs, so thank you for everyone that DM'd me, because that big head that I had, it got real small real quick.
Right.
Even when people come up to me, it's really awkward, because I'm very outgoing and I'm very outspoken. I'm very like, just what's that word? Charismatic, and just out there. Like, I love meeting new people. I will talk to anyone. It doesn't matter. I will talk to a stranger on the street. I will talk to a homeless person for an hour about life. Like, I don't care.
Right.
But yeah, no, it really humbled me when people come up to me and they're just like, dude, I love your music. I'm a huge fan. Like, love it, love it, love it, love it. And they're like, oh, can you sign my boot or can you sign something?
That's awesome.
I get really awkward. That's funny because
Really?
usually I'll be like, in my head, normally, I'd be like, yeah, no, let's get a picture, whatever. But then I go, oh, I don't want to ruin your boots. And they're like, no, dude, you're going to blow up one day, and I want to say, I want Chris Collins to sign my boots and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then I'll just be
definitely.
like, it really, like, I get really, like, flustered. I'll be like, yeah, no, let's get a picture, whatever. Because it goes back to that, like, in the back of my head, I'm still kind of, like, in something I'm working on, I'm still kind of like, dude, who am I to deserve this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Like, I wrote a few songs.
You wrote some
people,
songs that helped people while I was helping you.
Exactly. So it's all working out, and I've leaned into this. I went to college for MA, for medical assistant.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I just don't. I had a conversation with my friend the other day, and it's good to have backup plans. Mm-hmm. I just don't want one. This is what I want.
You want to do this?
I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Nice.
I don't want to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into a career where I'm just working and then going home and working. That beats your mind up. I want to be able to write songs. My biggest fear was I'm going to run out of things to say. Uh-huh. And then I realized I have ADHD and I have so much to say. It doesn't stop. I can go on forever. I can write a million love songs. I will write a sad album, write a happy album, write a sad happy album, write a depressing album. I'll write an album about ADHD, dude. I don't care. Like, I can write about anything, and I know I'm saying that confidently because, like, I can.
Right.
If you give me an idea, it doesn't matter if it's a pop song or a country song or I can't write a rock song. I can't do that.
No.
What
about like a Leonard Skinner rock type of? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I can write that.
Yeah.
I can write like a simple man. Be a simple kind. All right, that's down my alley. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I can't do like a Led Zeppelin.
No.
No, I can't do that.
You play at Tin Roof. Is it a regular gig that you have there?
So my buddy Reese, I actually met him there.
Okay.
And my chiropractor, we actually bonded. I had gotten into a really bad car accident, and like I messed up my back, whatever. It was
you
my.
can write a song about that too.
I do need to write a song about that. My chiropractor, she goes, oh, I know this bar. You would love it. It's a country bar. It's right down your alley. And we used to sing songs together all the time in her office.
Cool.
And, yeah. So we became like the best of friends. Shout out to Carly. Love you. And she was really drunk one night. And she was like, let him sing. I'm telling you, he's really good. And he goes, no, ma'am. No. And then finally he goes, dude, you in the cowboy hat. And I was like, what's up? And he goes, can you sing? And I was like, I'm all right. And he goes, I trust any man in the cowboy hat. What song do you want to sing? He's like, you know when Zach Bryan? I was like, yeah. He goes, let's do Something in the Orange. I was like, okay. We did Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan. I crushed it. And he was like, dude, one more. Let's do one more. And then from then he goes, dude, I need your Instagram. Let's trade numbers and whatnot. His name is Reese. He's also a musician. He has music out as well. He has been.
What's his Instagram?
Reese Gus Music.
Reese Gus Music.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has been the kindest person to me because he's had his band already. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to let me go up there and sing.
Right.
And every time he's in town, he lives in Orlando, but every time he's in town, he goes,
Got it.
He goes, yo, dude, you're coming down? Anytime the band is playing, he tags me in the post.
Awesome.
Like, he's like, yo, you're coming down there. I'm down there. You're coming down there. You got to come up to Orlando, sing with us sometime. He's on tour right now. And that first night, we went on his tour bus, and we were talking, and he was like, yo, dude, one of us is going to blow up. If I go up, you're coming up. If you're coming up,
awesome.
I'm coming up. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's just him. His brother's great. His family's great. Everyone that I've met in his circle has just taken me in, and like now we're all friends. His mom and dad, they're awesome, man. His mom, last time we were down here, we did a show in Delray at Tin Roof. And his mom goes, I love hearing you sing, and that meant. I didn't comment on it. I was just like, oh, thank you, whatever. But that meant, like, that could have brought tears to my eyes.
Aww.
Like, just because she sees her son out there performing, whatever, and then she sees this kid her son met, and then it just turned out to be great. And she's like, no, I'm supporting you too, Chris.
That's
like, yeah,
awesome.
what do you need? You need anything? Like, whatever.
Aw.
Introducing me to family, friends, and stuff like that. It's nice. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
If my music, like, when my music takes off,
Good one.
when my music takes off, even more than it's already have, then he's always the first person I'm gonna call. He's always the first person I'm gonna have in my circle around with it. Him and all the boys. I just love them, man. They're amazing people.
It's funny. So, like, you're my first country artist. And the other scene, all the bands in the local scene, they all support each other. There are some that are in their own little world.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm interested in knowing about the country scene. Like, are there, like, I don't know many. I think that the only other country people is, like, the Shane Duncan Band, and they do all the covers. So I don't know, like, any others. How is the country scene?
So you just have to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Tin Roof, it's a live music bar. I think country is their main thing, what they're known for, but they have alternative, they have rock.
Yeah, I know Cassie Ortiz was singing there often.
Yeah.
For a long time. I don't know if she's still doing that.
There's even what's his name? Taylor Holder was just there. He was like he started off doing like the cringy TikTok videos and whatnot, the pretty boy stuff. And he went through a lot in his life and he bounced back, and when he came back he got a lot of hate and stuff like that, but he just started country music and he was on tour there, and I got a chance to meet Taylor Holder. For all the hate that guy gets, like I said, when you're a public figure, people have these assumptions about you. And I kid you not, he did not have to give me any of his time.
Right.
I was talking to his mom most of the time, and he signed one of my cowboy hats. I was talking to his mom most of the time, and I was like, you must be proud. Because when my first song came out, my mom was just like, whatever.
I'm sure.
Like, just, she was like, yeah, I'm so proud of him, and people don't know. He gets a lot of hate, but he's overcome so much. We went back to his like the RV and stuff that they had, whatever, and we were just talking. We talked for like an hour maybe about life, and then he goes, "No, dude, what's your Instagram? I'll follow." And he has millions. He's a public figure. He has like 4-point-something million followers on Instagram and stuff like that. And he goes, "Yeah, no, man, come out to Nashville, whatever. Da da da. We'll be performing there and stuff like that." And
have you been to Nashville?
I have been to Nashville before.
Did you get to sing?
I didn't get to sing,
No.
but I have been to Nashville. It's cool. I like the outskirts of Tennessee, though. It's pretty. It's beautiful. But yeah, no. He's just an amazing, genuine, honest guy. Like I said, all that time that he was up on stage, he could have just been like, yeah, man, cool. And then he was like, nah, I'm listening to your music, dude. I'm going to check you out, man, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's just, at least to me, you know what I mean? All the rumors and stuff like that, I'll judge a man by his character.
Right,
and
absolutely.
he had great character.
Okay.
He could have been a douchebag. He wasn't.
No,
That's
it's
just,
true.
it's life.
Yep.
But yeah, as far as the country music scene, I'm surprised that they haven't performed. They can perform at Tin Roof. I'm in really good with the management. They can get the band out at Tin Roof, dude. They love it, and they do.
Shane Duncan Band? No, what band?
The Kenny and...
Oh, Kenny Mo.
Yeah, they can.
I
get
told
out
her to
there.
reach out to Tin Roof. Yeah.
I'm really close with the managers.
I'll tell
and
her
the
to reach
supervisor.
out to you then.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Tin Roof, PBR, Roundup. You just got to be in the right.
Have you played at the Roundup?
I've never played at Roundup. I'm supposed to be going to Roundup tonight, actually.
You know, back in the day when I was thinner and I was
Still
a single
thin.
mother, I went up to Roundup because I lived over close there for a job. And I was a cocktail waitress.
Oh, nice.
And my first night that I showed up, and they told me to wear either a jean skirt or jean shorts. No jeans. No long jeans.
Yeah.
And they showed up and gave me this thing that I thought was a bandana for my head, but it was actually my top. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, it was so bad. I had to like pin my bra to it because it was going to like.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, I'm a mother. What am I doing?
So back then, was it like, because now it's 18 and older, was it like.
It was 18 and older.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know I wasn't. My mom didn't want me anywhere near Roundup. when
Really?
even
Well,
when
she's
I
a pastor, so
when I had gotten to, because I've seen it a million times. Like, it's been there forever.
Ever. Yep.
And obviously it probably looks exactly the same in there, honestly. There's probably changed very little.
Has not changed at all.
Really?
It's
That's so
literally
funny.
exactly the same.
The longevity.
Yeah.
And then finally I turned 18. I didn't go to Roundup until I was like 21.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and then I finally was just like, oh, okay, cool. It's nice. I'm not much of a dancer. I tell people this all the time. If you see me, I know one dance move. I know how to two-step, and that's it. That is it. Don't go, oh my God, can you dance with me? No, I will sing. I will serenade you. I will sing to you. But I will not. It's not even like I have two left feet. It's just line dancing is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Depending on what kind. So the ones nowadays, no offense to anybody else, it is the funniest thing ever. If you just
I
sat
have to
back,
go check it out. It's been a while since I've been there.
if you sat back and just looked at people, like looked at them like dance, and like I said, no offense,
I am a people watcher, so
it
that's
is
what we
the
need to do.
funniest thing. It's simple moves. It's just like, why?
Right.
But then when you have like the swing line dancing,
Okay.
like, that is beautiful.
Some
That's
of that
pretty.
stuff, though, I look and I'm like, I could never. First of all, I would drop dead because I'm so out of shape.
Oh.
Some of that, like, where I see these guys, they go down and they're up and then they're back. Oh, I'm like, what the heck? But second of all, like the stuff that, like how quick they move, I would trip. I would fall on my face. So I'm like you. I just sit on the sides. I know the Redneck Girl by the Bellamy Brothers. I know that line dance, and that is it.
I know Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh yeah, no, I do know that.
That's it. Cotton Eye Joe. That's it.
That's a yes.
Cotton Eye Joe or the Cha-Cha Slide. That's technically a line dance.
I don't even know the Cha-Cha Slide.
No?
No.
To the
'Cause
left, it's
I have
self-explanatory.
to really just freaking listen to the words, Kim.
It's an easy one to learn.
I just I don't typically get out and dance unless when you have a little bit to drink and you think you're the greatest dancer,
Yeah,
like you
liquid
look
courage.
so good, and then it's just like, what the heck was I doing? But the Roundup's a fun time. It is a fun time.
Tin Roof is where I actually got rid of my stage fright.
Really?
Yeah, I was terrified. Sorry. I was out last night. I was terrified to sing in front of people. And they were like, you have a song out, though. What, are you just never going to perform live? And I was like, nope. And they were like, yo, we have karaoke nights on Tuesdays. And I was like, and they're like, yeah, just come out and sing on karaoke night. And I did Something in the Orange by Zach Bryan. And then I did like a few other songs or whatnot. And then the more and more I went, maybe like a month later, I was solid.
Yeah.
Now I go up there with confidence.
Yep.
Like I go up there like, hey, if you know this song, feel free to sing along. Knowing I got it in the bag.
Right.
And that Tin Roof is really where I always told myself, when I blow up, I will always have time to do a free show at Tin Roof.
Tin Roof.
Because especially the one in Fort Lauderdale has done so, like, their staff, everybody's there. It's like, it's just a nice spot.
Right.
It's not, you don't find snobby people at Tin Roof. You don't find people that's like, oh my gosh, look at that person.
Right.
You don't have to be in the country that when you walk in a Tin Roof, but you will see a bunch of cowboy hats.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I've never been.
Yeah, and on Las Olas, on Andrews, it is like, it's right next to the wharf and right next to like rooftop. Mm-hmm. It is. If I'm going out, I don't even really go across the train tracks.
Really?
I go to Tin Roof, and when Tin Roof is closed, I'll go to Booze Garden for like an hour, and then I will go home. Sometimes I will just go straight home after Tin Roof, because it's not like the party animals.
Right.
It's, you're there to listen to live music, drink beers, chill with your friends, sing along to the song if you know it.
Right.
That's how it's a concert. That's it. That's what it's a concert with seats.
Nice.
That's what it is.
When you sing at Tin Roof, do you do covers or what do you do?
We do covers. Yeah. I don't think I've ever sung. I've sung Down with That Boat live.
What's your favorite cover to do?
That's so really anything Zach Bryan, but recently, Wagon Wheel has been my favorite because just everyone knows a song, and like you could sing Something in the Orange, but it's a sad one.
Mm-hmm.
But like a crowd getting everybody engaged song, Wagon Wheel has been like my go-to one because it's a vibing song. Or Feathered Indians. Feathered Indians is real cool by Tyler Childers. When my buckle makes impressions. Wagon Wheel. I'll say Wagon Wheel. Yeah, Wagon Wheel. Yeah.
Do you have a dream venue that you want to play?
I think the MGM Grand.
That would be cool.
That is, I think, one of the biggest venues that you can play at.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to play there. Panther Stadium.
Okay.
Only because I wanted to see my favorite artist there.
Who is that?
Zach Bryan. I love Zach Bryan.
Yeah. Is he the one that got in trouble with his ex-wife?
Yeah. Okay. So, allegedly, all of it is alleged. I'm not protecting him by any means, but I had a conversation with this the other day. This girl was like, "Oh my God, I love your voice and I love your song On My Way, but it's about Zach Bryan and I hate Zach Bryan." And I was like, "Hey, listen, why do you hate Zach Bryan?" And she told me why. And I was like, "Okay, one, all this is alleged, right? Two, for any woman out there that wants to date Zach Bryan or be with Zach Bryan, let me tell you this: if you guys end up seeing this,
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm. Do not, but he tells you his music is a reflection of himself,
right?
And he tells you who he is in his music, and then you guys get with the man, and then you're surprised when he's a little depressed, like.
Oh, that is so funny.
One of my favorite songs by him, it's recent. It's called Dear Miss.
Okay.
And I believe it's about his ex-wife's mom.
Okay.
And he goes, and his ex-wife. And he goes, there's a letter to your mother that is hidden in my desk that I wrote to her in a sober mind. It's my apology for all the things I used to be and sworn I'll change over time. She might not believe me because no one ever does except her daughter that loves me true. And your daughter that loves me true. God forbid all it takes for a boy to God forbid all it takes for a boy to finally wake is to be cherished and loved all the way through. Mm. So dear miss, by the time you see this, it'll be in love or it'll be in vain. And and at the end of the song he goes, he's talking about how she's standing in the doorway rambling on about my old ways, how they were reckless and free. How all my imperfections and every ugly lesson is worth every last second with me. Like, he's telling you who he is in his music. And then you go, oh, my God. Like, he's a little off. It's like, yeah, dude, the man's been through a lot. Uh-huh. So, like I said, I'm not protecting him, but just...
listen to his music.
Obviously, she wasn't listening to Zach Bryan's music. Obviously. And another thing I will say is... like I said, nothing against Brianna either, but a lot of her job is social media.
Okay.
Her job is the podcast.
Okay.
That's how she gets all her views. That's how she gets her income. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with it, right? But if you're a person that's going to go out and say, I hate this person or I hate this person, you have to realize, one, they're public figures. Mm-hmm. Two, you're never going to know the whole story.
Right.
No one knows what's going on in people's areas.
Yeah.
People didn't know what was going on in mine.
Right, exactly.
Apparently, I didn't know what was going on mine. Had to just sprinkle that in there. No one knows, so you're judging this man and you're judging this woman based off facts that you don't know, right?
Right.
So her job is to get views and bring them in. Not saying she did this, just I'm trying to be Inspector Gadget. Sherlock Holmes, I mean. And he didn't say a thing. Mm-hmm. All that was going on and whatever. Now, people bring up the money that he gave, the shush money, the quiet money. Now, you have to realize the position that they're both in, right? A lot of videos were just like, girl, I would have took the money and just shut up.
Yeah.
The position they're in is he is a huge public figure. He is a musician. that money probably didn't even come from him. It probably came from his team or his lawyer
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
Just because they don't want to destroy Zach Bryan's look. Zach Bryan's look is he is the sad Okie boy. You know what I mean? He's the poetic Okie boy, like everyone, you know. And it didn't hurt his career at all, really, realistically. All the I hate Zach Bryan, I'll never listen to him, weren't really listening to him in the first place.
Right, yeah.
Because there's been singers that's done way far more egregious things.
I'm sure.
But yeah, her thing is bringing people in. He didn't say a word.
Right.
He came out with a song. And again, it wasn't even a hate song. It's called, and he named it High Road, which was a little petty, but it's so funny. He named it High Road because he took the high road.
He took the high road.
And then in the middle of the song is, she's bound to come back and haunt you forever. There's ghosts in the windows and walls. I've waited by the telephone all night for someone that ain't ever gonna call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about how he's out with his boys. Now, I don't know if it's about Brianna or his ex-wife, but either way it goes, he's taking the high road. He's not speaking on it.
Right.
He doesn't go, oh my gosh, like Brianna's this, Brianna's that. Where she messed up is she had too much dip on her chip.
Yeah.
She scolded him and scolded him and scolded him. She made the video of her crying. They were already broken up. But they were broken up like a month before she came out with that video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before he posted on his Instagram, like, oh, me and Brianna decided to they were already broken up.
Right.
She was just like, oh, he didn't tell me that he was going to do that. Now, he doesn't have to.
Right.
You guys are broken up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's my thought on that whole situation. When everybody was just like, oh, my God, how do you listen to his music? How do you stomach him? When I think there was a story, I don't know if it's true or false, but she was listening to a Morgan Wallen song, and he got just really upset. And he was like, you're listening to that man's music in my house. Like, da 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 da. It was a whole song. And then Morgan Wallen did something about, I don't know. Country drama, man.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, man.
That's so funny.
We got to keep up with it, though.
Yes, you do. So, all right. I've got a few questions here.
Okay.
This is my segment. You can tell Mom anything because you know I'm stage mom.
Got you.
So you can tell me anything.
All right.
It's just basically questions so that your fans can get to know you a little bit better.
I'm scared.
As a person. Basically, first question is, what do you like to? Your favorite thing to do on your day off?
Favorite thing to do on it. So I have a German Shepherd mixed with a Chow.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Chow Chow. I love him. His name is Hunter. I like going on jogs with him. I really love my dog. He has gotten me through a lot.
Dogs are the best.
Yeah, dude. He's 90 pounds, and he is. He thinks he's a puppy.
Yep, the big ones do.
Yeah, he's 3 years old. He thinks he's a puppy.
Yep.
He's about the same height as me. I'm 5'10". I'm not short. I'm average American man height, actually. 5'9.5". I don't want to lie to you guys, but like realistically, with my boots, dude, I'm 5.
Anytime I look up a celebrity's height, and if it says like they're 5'9" or whatever, okay, so they're really 5'7".
yeah, 5'9.5". But 5'10". That's what my driver's license says. Love my dog. I'm a huge movie guy. I'm kind of boring, actually, because if I'm not writing a song or like chilling with my dog, I don't even play video games like I used to. But I love movies.
Okay.
I like being at the movie theater. Like I have this thing where I have, but not like a movie theater like where it's like the movie's been out for a month or whatever. Like no, I have to be in a packed movie theater.
Right.
Experiencing the movie at the same time as everyone else.
Oh, that's funny.
That's my big thing. I love going to the movies.
I was a big movie person back when I was younger. I mean, I would go to the movies, same movie over and over if I liked it. Yeah.
When Avengers came out, like Endgame and everything like that, I always bought the tickets like in advance. I've always with my buddies and like just experiencing everything with everyone at once. I really love being at the movies. Yeah, movies, my dog, gym, writing songs. I like vacations.
Where's your favorite vacation spot?
As of recently, I love Disney.
Do you?
I love Disney World. Let me tell you that.
It's hot as hell.
No, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. But everyone there is so nice, and I get that they have to be.
It's the happiest place on earth.
It's the happiest place on earth, dude. I turn into a child at Disney.
That's so funny.
I kid you not. I'm not like a Disney adult though. Like I don't do the whole dress up thing.
My sister and her husband are Disney adults.
Yeah, no. I will never get Disney like tattooed on my body. But Disney has been it's been a big part of my life growing up. In most American households, it's been a huge part of their lives. And when I finally got the chance to go to Disney as an adult, I go to Disney as an adult, but I'm not a Disney adult. Technicalities. Just to be in the vibe, I'll buy like the ears, and then or like the ball cap with the ears on it, and then like the Woody jersey. Like I have 2 baseball jerseys for Woody. I wear the same outfit whenever I go. I never change it up. It's just a nice experience. Like I'll never ruin it for the kids. Like I don't want to. I'm an adult. Like I'm not there to. If there's a kid in line like waiting to meet like Elsa or whatever like that, like I'm not gonna.
My nephew and his husband both work at Disney. That's where they met. He works on the dinosaur ride. He's been there forever, and his husband is one of the tour guides.
Yeah,
he gets all the VIPs.
Nice.
We get free admission to Disney.
Dude,
I couldn't tell you the last time I tortured myself with it.
That's so lucky, man.
Yeah.
We're
going up in June, but we're not even going into the parks. We're just taking advantage of the discount on the hotels. We're going to stay at the boardwalk.
Fair.
And we're just going to relax.
Go to Disney Springs.
All right. So I dated
nice.
Disney Springs the last time we went up there. Not the boardwalk, the one. Yeah, it was over by Disney Springs, but our room was in the furthest freaking building away from everything, and it was so hot, Chris.
Yeah.
I said I'm never staying at this hotel again. So, and my sister, I like how the boardwalk, you could just walk around the lake, the whole thing. So I said, all right, we'll do the boardwalk with her this time, but we're not going into the parks. I would rather kill myself.
You know what? It just depends on, I get it, because it depends on like the year. So I've been to Disney during like November, where it's not as hot.
Right.
And so in Florida, where it's like, it was a little windy, and it was cold in the morning, and then it warmed up in the afternoon. But you got to see all the Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
I
love that stuff too. Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I mainly go to Epcot. I want to drink.
I've only been to Epcot once.
It's so. I think they have a lot of shows there because I'm not like a roller coaster person.
I used to be. My daughter is my youngest.
I can't. I faint on roller coasters. It's
no.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I hate them. I can go on some rides, but you'll never catch me on like the Hulk ride. You'll never catch me on that one
Space Mountain.
You'll never catch me on Space Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. Well, I think that has it. I think that's the
Tiana right now.
No, yeah.
I waited in line to go all the way up to the ride just because I wanted to see the things that was inside of it. But I'll never get on it.
Oh my gosh, that's so.
Like
funny.
I'll never experience the Tiana ride. That sucks.
It's not that bad, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
When you hate them, you hate them.
I don't even like planes, but I have to take them.
Right,
I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say Disney. Just as like I like road trips. If I have to get on a plane, then obviously I'm going to choose somewhere like Nashville, or if I'm going to be out of my state, I just want to see like the nature. Like New York is cool. I would just rather see because people forget New York has country.
Right.
I want to see the country of New York. I want to see Michigan. I want to see all the boring places that other people don't really like to, because I'm all about experiences.
Yep.
But if I'm in my state, then I'm going to Disney. I'm sorry, sue me, or Universal. Whoever gives me free tickets to go, I'll go. Like I don't care.
It was perfect. Speaking of rain, like we went to Disney. Against my better judgment, but I had a kid, I had to do it. So it was the 4 of us, me and my husband and my 2 daughters, and my nephew met us there to give us our tickets, and he actually got us fast passes for every single ride.
So
we finished freaking Disney in half day because it was like we did everything.
Well, you had the park hopper tickets.
Yeah, we had the park hopper. He got us it was like the Mac Daddy of everything.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah, but yeah, that and shockingly enough, my favorite roller coaster was the Slinky roller coaster.
You know what? I'd get on that.
It's so good.
Yeah, that looks fun.
So
it's not even that bad either. Like it's really not a thrill ride. It's more, I feel like, There's turns and stuff that'll make your, because I hate the butterfly in your stomach thing.
It's not jerky though, which is good.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about
A
it.
ride that messed me up is wasn't even the Hulk ride. I've been on that, but I would say the ride that messed my head up the most, the Hulk ride, yes.
It was the Hulk?
No, well, the Harry Potter, the motorcycle one.
Yeah.
Dude, that one. And then there's like there's a drop at the end in the pitch black dark, which sucks.
So you know what the thing is that isn't that a virtual like a flight, a simulated one?
Which one?
The Harry Potter one?
There is the one where it's like the screens and stuff.
Yeah. I can't do those.
Oh, you don't like those? No?
Oh my God, I get so sick. You know the Simpson ride in Universal?
Yeah.
They shut it down for me. I didn't even realize it because I was just focusing on not puking.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept hearing this lady say, "Lady in the back row, are you okay?" And I'm just sitting there like thinking, I just need this to be over with. Oh my God. And then I wasn't answering them.
Yeah.
And then they freaking shut the ride down, turned the damn lights on and said, "Ma'am, with the blue shirt in the back row, are you okay?" And I'm like, oh, they're talking to me? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm thinking, oh, God, my daughter's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Finished the ride out. I was done for the day. I was like, I need to just go lay down. Those simulator rides, I cannot do.
I'd say one you would have to experience is it's called it's something around the world. Soarin'.
That gets me sick too.
Really?
Yep.
Dude,
I waited online for like 2.5 hours for that.
I was because all right. So the thing about Disney Magic is insane how they do those rides, dude. I was on the Banshee one. That messed me. I couldn't even look at the screen. It felt too real. So like I'm a baby, okay, when it comes to rides. Don't judge me. But yeah, I would say that's my favorite that's one of my favorite vacation spots. I would say is especially if I'm with my friends. I don't care where I'm at, as long as I'm with people that like kind of vibe the same as I do. I'll go anywhere. I don't care.
Okay.
Last minute trips. I'm always
Those are fun though.
Yeah, when they're just like, "Yo, let's go do this." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm not doing anything." Yeah, I'm that friend. I'm the multi-purpose tool friend.
That's nice.
I'm there for everything. I will be there if you need a shoulder to cry on. If you need someone to tell you the truth. If you need somebody to be funny, like I'm the multi-purpose tool friend.
Those are important to have.
Yeah, I love my friends.
All right, so when you walk into a room, every time you walk into a room, what song should be playing in the background?
Oh. Oh man, this is tough. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Elvis is great.
But I think I'm trying not to be conceited here.
Why?
I'm trying to be. Oh, that's a tough one. I've never given that much thought. It's not gonna be a song. You can tell everybody I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I'd go with that one.
That's fun.
Until I think of something more poetic.
Okay. Oh, you had a breakup. Do you have another girlfriend now, or dating anybody? It's complicated.
Well, I am talking to someone.
Okay.
I'm talking to a very sweet girl.
Nice.
Am I going to give too much information?
Okay.
But she is the kindest, funniest person I've ever met.
Aw.
You never know what she's going to say. It's insane. It scares me almost. I'm trying to say this without giving too much. We're seeing, so
Taking it slow, seeing where it goes.
Seeing where it goes. Mainly because she lives in a different state right now, and she doesn't want to move to Florida.
Oh, I mean, I'm a native Floridian, but I
same.
can't blame her. But if she lived in Georgia, then I'd be like,
then come over.
Get the heck out of there. I don't know what it is about Georgia.
And she goes, yeah, but like also, I don't want it to be fair. So when that time, or if that time ever came around, like in the far future, then we'd probably move to like Tennessee.
That's my dream, Tennessee.
Yeah, we'd move to Tennessee. That's a nice scene for me.
I love it.
It's a nice scene for her.
Where in Tennessee would you want to move to?
I would want to be on the outside, but because of my career, I think I would have to move to Nashville.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to be there. And then we just go out and visit, and then we just bounce between, because it's not in the middle between where she is and I am, but it's a compromise. It's just like, this is a nice place. We might be closer to home there, but visit home all the time. But no, she's a sweet, honest, down-to-earth person. She calls me every day. She's great.
And when she watches this, she'll know who she is.
She will know who she is.
So other than country music, what's your next favorite genre?
Like old rock.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cash.
Yes.
Elvis Presley. I like, what's his name? He died in a plane crash with Big Bobber. Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly, yeah.
Every day it's again. I like old music. I really like old music. If I could write a song like Zach Top, I would.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can, but like that's his thing. You know what I mean? Like I got the mustache and I'm not trying to go into that territory. Like, he's got the mustache and the cowboy hat, and old music is his thing. I don't want to like bandwagon off of that.
Right.
But Zach Top writes really. I like how old his music sounds. I like old stuff. I don't really like newer music.
Yeah.
Besides,
I agree. I like the old stuff too.
I like the old stuff.
I like the old stuff, and actually, the local bands. We've got some amazing local bands here. So,
I tell people this all the time too. I go, you guys are so fixated on the superstars that you forget, like the ones that no one really knows. We make the best music.
We're 100% agree
we're
with
independent.
that.
We're not on labels, so they don't have any control of our music or when it comes out. And we can say whatever we want and do whatever we want. We're not protected by any labels and everything. So you get more raw music that way. And then the radio music and music you hear now, you get more, that's more corporate. And you can always tell the difference between corporate and, One thing I can say about, I keep going back to Zach Bryan, I promise you, is he's a part of a really small label. And I think he's like the superstar of that label.
Right.
So all their resources mainly go into him.
Right.
And he records his music at his house. He doesn't go into like a big studio.
You don't have to.
He'll sit right here and have the band and record an entire song. And that's why all of his music sounds, you can hear his music on the radio and just like, that's just Zach Bryan's sound. It doesn't have to be overproduced. That's why I tell my producer, I go, you don't make it raw, man.
Yeah.
Just leave all the works out of it.
Exactly.
As long as it sounds like it will sound nice on the radio. That's all we're shooting for.
Yep.
Like it doesn't have to be perfect. And that song, Hey Darling, the one that's coming out, at the end, I didn't, like, my voice wasn't, I didn't drink water or enough, I guess. And so my voice kind of cracked. And I was like, February ain't the same. My heart breaks a little when I hear your name. But it's at the very end of the song and it's soft. And then my friends were blown away. They were like, we're keeping that.
Right.
100%. We're not getting rid of that. And I was like, yeah.
That's I love that. I love that stuff.
It has to be raw. It has to feel
absolutely
good.
I can't wait to hear that, though. I'm going to pay attention to the end of that.
I'll show you after the podcast. I'll show you the song. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so we're going to go to rapid fire.
Rapid fire, okay.
You ready? Let's see if you can do it. Everybody fails.
Let's see.
All right. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Comedy or drama?
The comedy.
All-time favorite TV show?
Good luck, Charlie. I don't know.
I love that you answered it anyhow. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, then.
It's actually Reacher. Both are great.
Okay, 3 words to describe yourself.
Kind, funny, and outgoing.
Nice. Okay, you successfully completed it, honestly.
I did like Good Luck. It wasn't a lie. There was a time in my life where Good Luck Charlie was everything.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's, in closing here, I know you don't have any merch out yet. You're going to be getting stickers.
I'm going to be getting stickers. My buddy, he has a brand called Bucking Hat Co.
Okay.
And he wants to make my hats.
Nice. Okay.
So he wants to make my ball caps. I don't know if they're going to say just Chris Collins music or Chris Collins or whatever. The design that he came up with was because On My Way is the most successful song I have. It said Chris Collins On My Way.
Okay.
And then just have my signature going across the side of the hat.
Cute. I love that.
And whatnot. Maybe a QR code or something.
Yeah.
But in this new song, I came up with this lyric called it's liquid poison in my veins, and I'm talking about alcohol.
Right. Okay.
And our anniversary, me and her anniversary, was in February.
Okay.
So I go, February ain't the same, liquid poison in my veins.
Okay.
And so we're coming up with an idea about like liquid poison in my veins, and then like a whiskey, like a skeleton with a whiskey bottle or something like that. We're workshopping it, but
that's cool.
I do have shirts coming very soon.
Okay.
I'm just designing it.
Okay.
I'm a perfectionist, so it's up to Also, at since I work at Ariat, at Sawgrass, stop on by, say hello. And we're gonna be doing this like meet and greet thing there.
Nice.
So that's why I'm getting.
When is that?
I don't know. I have to get it's supposed to be like a whiskey and drink thing.
Oh.
I don't know. The company's trying to figure it out. It's
That's
a Western
neat.
company, and my boss, she goes, "Well, why haven't we done this for you?" So I have to get the banner made, and then I'm just gonna get the shirts. I'm not gonna profit off the shirts because I'm just gonna be giving them out, I think.
Okay.
Or not. We'll see. I'll probably give like 4 out.
Give like to the first 10 people there or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
so I
something
think
like
I'm gonna get like 30 shirts, and then I'm gonna get 30 shirts, and I think I'm gonna get like 10 out, and then 10 to family and friends, and then sell 10. I don't know.
I'm sure that you'll sell all 30 if you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That's cool.
But yeah, I just want a nice design, a shirt that's gonna last. None of that like stickered stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want it to really.
You should do a long sleeve.
I should do a long sleeve.
You should do one of those.
Me and my buddy, we've been talking about making. We're like, yo, if we can talk to the company about like us being the designers, because sometimes, and I love Ariat. That's all I wear. I'm wearing Ariat from head to toe. Sometimes they'll take a really nice shirt. And they'll just like throw green on it, for whatever reason, and it kind of messes it up. I want to design a shirt like this, and me and them were talking about like building a brand, but we got to get an LLC and all this other stuff. I hate the political part of music, and like
true.
merch and all this other stuff. Like if I could just write a song and sing, but there's other parts to it people don't know.
Yeah, no, it's so true. I can't tell you how many times like I'll meet like at one of my events or something, and bands will come up to me, and it's like muscle memory. Hey, I'm so and so from such and such band, and they're handing me their sticker or something, and it's like, I love that. I was telling my daughter, you have to get stickers. Like she had some. I don't know where they went to. I think I have her up there on my refrigerator somewhere. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't. Maybe she didn't have any. Yeah, Father. Oh, she used to go by Father Figure. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So she needs to get her Kenny Mill ones.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, do you have any stickers? I was like, what is she talking about? But now I know I need stickers. I need socks. I wear my own. Well, I had merch before. And it said Chris Collins music, and then it was the bucking bronco on the back.
Okay.
And it said, when times get tough, cowboy up.
Oh, cool.
And then, with the little lasso, whatever, and it was a really nice shirt. And instead of the C being just a normal C.
It's a horseshoe?
It's a horseshoe.
Cute.
And it says Chris and then Collins music under it.
Right.
Because I'm a big graphic in the front kind of guy.
Okay.
But the shirts nowadays are small in the front, everything in the back.
Yeah.
So that's just what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I want to make like I want to get sponsored by Coors Banquet so bad. The beer.
Okay. Yeah.
So bad because I love the taste of it. Coors Banquet, please.
You heard him.
I drink so much of it.
But actually, I don't want people thinking I'm a drunk. I only drink when I go out. I don't drink on like I won't buy a beer at home. I'm not 40. I drink water.
I guess I show my age then.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 40-year-old men, like they buy beer and then they keep it in their fridge at home. If I have the boys coming over, then yeah, like I'll fill it up, the mini fridge. But if not, like I just prefer water and like natural juices.
Okay.
By natural, my definition of natural is aloe juice, like aloe water, and like
coconut water.
I hate coconut.
Oh, so do I. Oh, well, I like coconut, but I hate coconut water.
And like orange juice with pulp in it. Okay, like
I hate pulp.
I'm a
texture type of guy.
Yeah, no, but I don't like mushrooms either.
Oh, I love
hate
mushrooms.
I mean, I love
pulp.
them. They're great.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah. I don't like mushrooms.
I love them.
But yeah, no, I'm a fun guy.
You are a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy.
I can't wait to check you out live.
I
have to make my way over to about what?
I was nervous about this at first.
This?
Yeah. And then I started talking. Remember, I said I crush interviews, and then I got loose, and I was like, "Yeah, no, man, music, dude, I love it."
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yep. No. All right. So tell everybody where they can find you, what's coming up for you.
Okay.
About your release next week.
Yes.
Okay.
So, my name is Chris Collins. My actual name is Christian, but chopped it up. Chris Collins. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Even Alexa knows my name, so just say, Alexa, play On My Way by Chris Collins, and she'll play it. I promise you. I made it. When I did it at home, and I was like, I made it. I made it. I have plenty of projects coming up. I just got back in the studio. I took some time off because I was dealing with some stuff. So the next song I have coming out, it'll probably be out already, yeah?
Yep.
It's called Hey Darlin'. It's about the same person, okay, guys? I'm not going to hide it. And after that, I will be in the studio on the 17th. So I'm not sure what song I'm going to record then. But, yeah, no, you guys can find me at Tin Roof in Fort Lauderdale or Tin Roof in Delray, Area at Sawgrass. On Instagram, Chris Collins Music with 2 C's. Same thing with TikTok and whatnot. And, yeah, man, I'm just really grateful I got to do this. My first podcast.
I'm excited to have my first country artist.
Yeah, it's a first.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, no, you've been nothing but kind to me, and we finally did it. It took a while. It took a while for us to do this.
Yes, it did.
But yeah, no, I'm happy that I finally did it.
Me too.
Sad that it's over.
I know.
Yeah, no worries.
But thank you so much.
Of course.
I can't wait. And everybody go check them out.
Yes, please.
Hey darling, how are you? It's been a while.